Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli with Little Blue, and the first review for the month of October, and throughout this month, of course, as you know, reviewing some Halloweenish films. I guess you could say that's about right of saying it. Halloweeny or Halloweenish films.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So that's right. We're fine, and we're finally reviewing one of Mel Brooks' films.
Yes, we are.
And especially because reviewing this one and, reviewing Halloweeny films.
Mm-hmm.
Young Frankenstein. So this is, it's definitely one of Mel Brooks' gems,
It is.
And, what do we have to say about Young Frankenstein?
It was an hilarious movie. It really was. It's typical Mel Brooks. That's all you can say.
Of course
really.
it is, yeah. And the thing is, what Young Frankenstein does is, it is supposed to be, it's set years after, say, the events of Frankenstein himself.
Right.
And creating his monster. And, a relative of his kind of doing the same thing. But the thing to this is, it's a Mel Brooks film, and it's also a spoof. So, that's what it is.
All of his movies are spoofs. So,
exactly.
yes.
So, and with its cast, Mel Brooks, apparently he's listed in the cast, but we never saw him in the film.
Mm.
But he's listed as Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah, who knows? But he's...
yeah. And Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein, but he wanted to be referred as Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Yeah, Frankenstein. And Marty Feldman as Igor.
Marty Feldman's so funny.
Yeah, at one point there's in the film his hump kind of changed positions.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was intentional too.
And then there was one funny scene that had to do with Igor. I don't know, Frankenstein does something with a switch and some sparks go off.
Yes.
And he says, damn your eyes, and too late. He points to his eyes. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that. And the others, I'm trying to remember, Terry Garr, am I saying her name right?
Terry Garr, yeah.
As Inga, or...
Inga,
yeah. And I remember who was Frankenstein's fiance. What's her face?
Madeline Kahn.
Yeah, exactly. And Peter Boyle as the monster, as the creature.
Peter Boyle was hilarious.
Exactly.
Who can forget the scene on stage when he's performing with him and he's singing "Putting on the Ritz," and every time the creature sings, "Put on the Ritz,"
and
exactly.
stomps his feet and sings it again.
Exactly.
And Gene Hackman's appearance in this, he was the blind man.
Right.
And he's trying to pour soup in his bowl and he still misses, Yeah, and I keep forgetting because Richard Hayden, if I'm saying his last name right.
Mm-hmm.
I am familiar, he was in that one Twilight Zone episode.
Yes.
A Thing About Machines.
Right.
Barbert Finchley. And
right.
he was in Sound of Music, and he was the voice of the Caterpillar in Disney's Alice in Wonderland.
Ah.
He had a part in this, and he traveled all the way to meet Frankenstein because of the box.
Right.
Yeah, that. And some funny moments here and there. Even, remember Clarice Leachman?
Cloris Leachman.
Yeah, her part in this?
Yes.
Was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Was Frankenstein's girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah. And, that one famous shot of Gene Wilder, it's alive! Is that what he's saying?
Yes. It's alive, which is a great exaggeration over the original Frankenstein movie.
Yeah, and that shot of him and the light kind of light shining and his face,
Yes.
Yeah, so that and something else. They also playing violin music,
Mm-hmm.
which that would set something off of the creature.
Right.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the creature kind of snatching kidnapping Frankenstein's fiance,
Yes.
and making out with her and singing opera, It's funny. And there's one part where Frankenstein, because he gives half of his brain to the creature.
Yes.
And I forgot to mention one other actor, God, what's his name? That one guy, I think it's Arthur Mallet or something. Well, that guy with the eyeglass. That, like, wooden arm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Is it Arthur Mallet?
I think so.
It might be. Well, if it is, okay. I remember, like, he's probably best known. He's best known as the voice of King Triton in The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Before Little Mermaid, he was in Young Frankenstein.
Right.
And he was that guy, like, with the eyeglass and mustache and that wooden arm.
Right.
And that scene where they were playing darts. I remember that. And I think he was kind of cheating on playing darts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. And again, that scene where, you know, Frankenstein gives half of his brain to the creature. And now, like, the creature speaking and such. And almost like a kind of a touching scene, don't you think? The creature speech?
Yes.
But still in some ways funny.
It was.
And now, like, because the epilogue and the ending to it, because, like, Frankenstein has, of course, each one of them have half of them, you know? Half of their brains.
Yes.
And of course, you know, just, yeah.
Oh, the little nuances he throws in, they're really funny. The nuances of the creature that Peter Doyle throws in into his performance, it makes it.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, not only there was a violin, I remember, because there was a horn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the very last shot, we see Igor on top of the roof or something out of the window playing the horn, and then the shot of the castle, the credits roll. Yeah, and you noticed when they, I gotta mention this, when they make their way to the castle the first time, Frankenstein, and we see the castle and that music plays, dun, 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 you know that?
Yes.
That music, the first time I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this is where it's from. That bit of music right there, it became part of this video, this legendary video on YouTube called Dramatic Chipmunk.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that?
I've heard of it. Yes, never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
That bit of music, as I just said, dun, 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 that's used for that video. I'm not kidding. Just, yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah, exactly. I had to mention that. I had to. But I think we about covered most of it, everything about this film.
Yeah. It's a classic film. Watch it. Classic Mel Brooks.
Yeah, and especially because it's hilarious, of course.
Of course.
And again, and one other funny scene we forgot to mention where he tells them not to open the door, you know, when he goes into the creature. Yes. Like, can't you take a joke? It was a joke.
Yes.
I was joking, for crying out loud, stuff like that. That was funny. Mommy! That was funny. And where he kind of has a meltdown, because when at first the creature doesn't come to life, that was funny too.
Yes.
Yeah. He seemed like he's okay, but then he just loses it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, because everything in this film is great, and one of Mel Brooks' gems, without a doubt.
Oh, no question.
From that next to Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, and even I could name others from Robin Hood's silent movie and Anxiety. Am I saying it right?
Anxiety.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. Well, you should, and we'll review it, you know. We'll review more of Mel Brooks' films, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, especially from Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs. Yes. Those are the three we've seen the most.
Yes.
So, anyways, and the last movie that Mel Brooks had directed, he did Dracula.
Right.
Which that too, like, because that has Dracula, and he did From Frankenstein to that, and Leslie Nielsen playing Dracula.
Yes, which was hilarious.
Mel Brooks and Leslie Nielsen doing a movie.
Exactly.
So, anyway, so if that being said, that's our review of Young Frankenstein. How do we rate this?
Oh, definitely top notch. Out of 5 stars, I give it 5 stars.
5 stars?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's great. I mean, 5 stars is okay. Well,
5 stars is tops for me.
A bit different, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got a different rating scale than you do.
And for my rating, like, well, I give this. That's a bit toughy. I give it, 8 out of 10. That's good for me. 8 out of 10. So there you go. Anyways. And so again, you give it 5, I give it 8. So, and you guys let us know what you think of Young Frankenstein. If you've seen it, leave comments down below as always. Hope you enjoyed our review. More reviews on your way. Keep looking forward. They're going to be awesome. Any last words?
I must be off.
Yep, he says that for me. Again, we hope you enjoyed our review of Young Frankenstein. And next time, I'll go ahead and mention this, and you can give your quick review on this. Nightmare on Elm Street. What'd you think of it?
Not into that genre, but for what it was worth, it was good.
Yeah. So I had to go ahead and spoil it because that's next. Then Little Blue won't be doing it. I'll be doing it myself. But just wanted to hear what he had to say about it. So you get the idea. Anyways, so again, that's our review of Young Frankenstein. Me and Little Blue. Next time, my review of Nightmare on Elm Street. Later tonight after this. So anyways, that again, hope you enjoyed our review of Young Frankenstein, and we'll see you guys in the next video/review. And the Halloween review marathon, well, you know, reviewing Halloweenish movies has begun. Take care, and peace out.